Hello my fellow anglers and welcome back to the channel. It's your fishing friend and expert, ready to dive deep into the waters and bring you the hottest bite predictions. Today, we're casting our lines all the way to beautiful New Zealand for a very special forecast. We're looking at conditions for October 24th, 2025. What does this day hold? Well, I've got some insights that might just make you drop everything and hit your favorite fishing spot. This day, friends, is set to be a vibrant start to the season, with hungry fish and warming waters offering some fantastic opportunities if you know where to look. Let's get into it. For the keen freshwater anglers, especially those chasing trout, October 24th looks highly promising. We're talking about rainbow trout and brown trout here, as they are the stars of New Zealand's inland waters. Rainbow trout and brown trout. These magnificent fish are now officially out of their post-winter slumber and focused on feeding. Where to look? In rivers, focus on the lower and middle reaches, especially where tributaries meet the main flow. The fish will be less wary early in the season. Also, don't overlook lake edges, particularly those with good structure like weed beds or drop-offs, as warming waters encourage fish to move closer to the shore. Rivers might still be a bit high or coloured from spring melts, so look for calmer eddies and seams where fish can hold out of the main current. What to use? Given the increasing activity and potentially coloured water, weighted nymphs in larger sizes will be very effective. Think about patterns mimicking small baitfish or bullies, as these are becoming active. Streamers, especially those with a strong silhouette in darker colours, are excellent choices, particularly for aggressive brown trout. And for those who love fly fishing, keep an eye out for potential mayfly and chironomid hatches on the lakes and rivers. If you see rises, a dry fly presentation could be deadly. Spin fishing with small, brightly coloured lures or soft plastics will also yield good results, especially when blind casting in likely holding spots. Now for my friends on the North Island eyeing the salt water, the kingfish are slowly starting to become a viable target. While their peak season kicks off a bit later, the warming waters might bring some early contenders. Look for them around offshore structures, current lines, and where baitfish schools are gathering. Live baiting or casting large stick baits and jigs can tempt an early season king, but be warned they can be capricious this early in the season. Let's break down why this day is shaping up as it is. First, these weather trends. New Zealand in late October is spring, meaning mild air temperatures, generally ranging from 4 to 18 degrees Celsius, 40 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit. However, this is New Zealand, so be prepared for anything. The weather can be notoriously changeable, with possibilities of wind and rain showers throughout the day. Atmospheric pressure will likely be variable, typical of a spring transition, which can make fish a little finicky. That chilly morning air often gives way to pleasant afternoons, so plan your fishing accordingly. Next, water temperature. This is key, friends. Rivers and lakes are continuing their upward trend in temperature after winter. This warming is directly stimulating fish metabolism, making them more active and hungrier. Coastal sea temperatures around places like Auckland will be hovering around 15 to 16 degrees Celsius, 60 to 61 degrees Fahrenheit. This gradual warming is what gets the fish moving from deeper, cooler waters into shallower feeding grounds. And what about the moon phase? On October 24th, 2025, we'll be under a waxing crescent moon, about 8 to 9% illuminated. This is just 3 days after the new moon. Many old-school anglers, myself included, believe that fishing improves a few days after the new moon as fish activity tends to pick up. We'll also be experiencing any-ap tides, which means lower tidal ranges, so coastal currents will be less aggressive. Overall, the general fish activity in New Zealand for this time of year is steadily increasing. Trout are definitely in full recovery mode post-spawning, actively looking for food. While some rainbow trout might still be completing their spawning cycle in certain high country areas, the vast majority are past this phase and are putting on weight. This translates to less selective, more aggressive feeding behavior. Expect lively encounters, particularly in the afternoons as the water warms up further. So my friends, my assessment for fishing on October 24th in New Zealand is good to excellent for trout and promising but capricious for early kingfish. The justification: warming waters, active post-spawning fish, and the general opening of the fishing season with less wary fish outweigh the potentially variable spring weather. It's a day when the fish are hungry and ready to bite. All right, my friends, that's your comprehensive fishing forecast for New Zealand on October 24th, 2025. I wish you all tight lines and no tail, no scales. Get out there, enjoy the incredible New Zealand scenery, and make some unforgettable fishing memories. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more tips and predictions, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And tell me in the comments below, what are your plans for fishing this week? What's your favorite spring trout lure in New Zealand? Share your thoughts and experiences. I love hearing from you all.